In this video, I want to show you how to knit these super cute, tiny little Santa hat Christmas decorations. They are so easy to knit and they are great for using up any little scraps of yarn that you use. You could go traditional like this one here, or you can go slightly off-piste and knit them in any colours that you want. They are still so cute and will look great on any Christmas tree. To make a little Santa hat just like mine, you are going to need some scraps of double knit yarn. If you are outside the UK, that is going to be light worsted weight or 3-weight yarn. If you want to have a contrasting brim like mine, then you're going to need 2 colours, but you could also knit these all in 1 colour. You are also going to need some 4mm knitting needles, straight needles, DPNs or circular needles. They will all work. They just need to be 4mm to match the weight of yarn that we're using. You're going to need a tapestry needle so that we can sew in our ends, some scissors for breaking the yarn, and then last but not least, you are going to need a way to make a pom-pom. I like to use these little clover pom-pom makers, but if you have a way of making a pom-pom that you prefer, or even if you wanted to buy one, that's absolutely fine. As long as it's a small pom-pom maker that makes a pom-pom about 2.5 centimeters across, then it will fit on this hat. So without further ado, let's get knitting. These hats are knitted flat, and the first thing that you need to do, as with any knitted project, is to cast on. For this little hat you need to cast on a total of 20 stitches. I like to use the long tail cast on method, but if you have a method that you prefer, then please just go ahead and use that. It will still work. Next, we want to work the brim of the hat, and that's really nice and easy. You want to work 5 rows of garter stitch, and for those of you not familiar with that, garter stitch just means that you knit every single stitch. There are no other stitches, so you want to work 5 rows of garter stitch, and then I will talk you through how we build the rest of the hat. After 5 rows, you should have a little brim that looks like this, with your smooth cast on edge facing you. If like me you've used the long tail, and then 3 little garter stitch ridges. And at this point you want to break your first colour of yarn, because we're going to swap to use a different colour for the main part of our hat. Leave a nice long tail, about 20 centimeters, because you can actually use that as part of your sewing your hat together. Row 6 is where we introduce the colour of our hat. And from here on in, the even numbered rows are going to form the right side of our work. To start your row 6, you literally just want to start knitting with the new colour. It's as simple as that when it comes to changing colour. Your first stitch will be loose, but I'll show you how to sort that out in a minute. So for row 6, you are just going to knit every single stitch. Once you reach the end of row 6, you will probably find that this stitch here is really loose, and you can tighten that up so that it makes it easier to work when you're working row 7 by simply tying a single knot between these 2 colours at the point of your colour change, and then just pulling it fairly nice and snug. And you can see by doing that we have tightened that up at that end, and it's no longer saggy and horrible. Row 7 is a wrong side row, and for this row you are going to purl all the way across. So every stitch of our 20 stitches is a purl stitch. Row 8 is a repeat of row 6, and you just want to work your way across your row and knit every single one of your 20 stitches. Just like row 7, for row 9 you are going to purl all the way across. Row 10, just like with our other 2 even numbered rows, you want to work your way across and knit every single stitch. Row 11, purl each one of your 20 stitches. So purl all the way across from start to finish. Row 12, you want to work all the way across and knit every single stitch. Row 13 is the final row before we start working some decreases to shape the hat, and you are going to purl every one of your 20 stitches. The next 3 rows shape our crown, and so for those rows we need to work some decreases, because at the moment we just have a completely flat piece of knitting. So for row 14 you want to work the following. You want to knit 2 stitches, and then work a knit 2 together, and that is probably the easiest decrease that you can work. Instead of grabbing 1 stitch to knit it, you are going to grab 2. So you are knitting 2 stitches and turning them into 1, and you want to repeat that across your row. So knit 2 and knit 2 together. all the way to the end of your row, and you should finish on a knit 2 together. At the end of row 14, you should have decreased by a total of 5 stitches, and you should now only have 15 stitches on your needle. Row 15, you want to work the following. You want to purl 1 and then purl 2 together, and just like with a knit 2 together, that involves grabbing 2 stitches at once instead of 1 and purling them together to decrease them down by 1 stitch. And you want to repeat that combination across your row, so purl 1 and then purl 2 together, and you should finish on a purl 2 together. At the end of row 15, you should have decreased down another 5 stitches, and you should now only have 10 stitches on your needle. Row 16 is the last row of this tiny little hat, and you want to work across, knitting 2 stitches together all the way across your row. So knit 2 together all the way across your row, and you should have 5 sets of knit 2 together, which means you should decrease down from 10 stitches to 5 stitches. So by the end of row 16, you should only have 5 stitches on that needle once you've finished working that row. For this next part of the beanie, you are going to want to grab a tapestry needle. Don't cast off your 5 stitches. You should still have your work on your knitting needles, and you want to break your yarn and leave a really nice long tail so that we've got some yarn to work with to assemble our hat. You want to thread your needle onto the yarn tail that is attached to your knitting and turn your work so that the wrong side of your work is facing you. Now your yarn comes from this first stitch here, and quite simply you want to thread your needle through each of the 5 stitches. One by one you are going to pick up these stitches and sew through them. Once you're confident that you've gone through all 5 stitches with this yarn, you can pull out your knitting needle. You don't need that anymore, and then you just want to pull to tighten. And then what I like to do to secure everything is to go through once more, just so that I'm going round in like a double spiral to make sure that that top is nice and secure. When it comes to sewing these little hats together, I really don't overthink it. I make sure that I line up my seam so that my brim is in line with the rest of my work, and I work a whip stitch using this yarn tail all the way down that seam, but I stop when I get to the colour change. So I only work this seam with the yarn tail until I get to the colour change, because no matter what you do, the colour change does show through. So I like to sew my brim together using the yarn tail from the colour change or from the cast on. So you just want to work down, working either a whip stitch or a mattress stitch, whichever you're comfortable with, to sew this little hat together. Once I hit my colour change, I just pop this yarn into the inside of the hat, and then what I do is I will knot these 2 ends together and just cut my ends. It doesn't really matter because the inside of the hat is never really visible. And then I will switch to using the brim colour, thread my needle with the brim colour, and then do the same thing, just whip stitch together using that brim colour as opposed to the actual hat colour. To finish our little hat off, we want to add a pom-pom and a hanging loop. I have made my pom-pom in advance using my little clover pom-pom maker, and to attach it to the beanie, it's really nice and simple. You want to separate your 2 threads from your pom-pom, and you want to just thread down. So here's the center crown of the hat where we finished. So you want to put one tail from the pom-pom to one side of that crown, and then you want to pop the other tail of the pom-pom to the opposite side of that crown, like that. Make sure that your seam is running down the middle of the hat so that you get all of your nice neat work to the front. And then to secure the pom-pom, I turn the hat inside out and tie a couple of really nice tight knots, and then I break my yarn, and I can leave a little bit of this yarn dangling because it's on the inside of the hat. And now all that's left to do is to add our hanging loop. I like to use the colour of the actual hat for the hanging loop so that it contrasts nicely with the pom-pom, but that is entirely down to you what you want to do. To attach the hanging loop, you want to pop your needle up through your beanie and then out to one side of the pom-pom, and then you just want to thread it lightly through the edge of the pom-pom. It doesn't have to go all the way through, but you just want it inside your pom-pom and not to the outside, so that your ornament will hang nice and straight. Leave quite a large amount of tail hanging out, and then you want to go back down through the pom-pom and into your hat. Then you just want to adjust the placement slightly and the length. Once you're happy with the length, you just want to go ahead and tie these two ends in a knot, making sure that when you tie the knot, you don't want to pull too tightly and then end up really shortening your hanging loop. So tie a nice knot, break your yarn, and then turn your work the right way round. And there we have a super cute tiny beanie with a lovely hanging loop that will look great as a Christmas decoration. And if you don't want to hang one on a tree, then why not make a load and thread some yarn through the pom-poms of each one and create a little hanging garland. I really hope you've enjoyed making these tiny little Santa hats with me. That's all from me for this video, and I will be back for another video soon.